بالضبط. TEDx. Very good. اليوم عندنا شخصية قالت إنها حتكون وزيرة للشؤون الاجتماعية يوم من الأيام. هذه أمنيتها. طبعا معانا مها طاهر. بنت لنفسها إرادة كبيرة وحب شغوف لصناعة الأهداف. عملت في عدة قطاعات، لكن أكثر ما يستهويها بالفعل هو مساعدة الآخرين وتقليص حجم آلامهم ومعاناتهم. شاركت بعدة رحلات دولية، تنزانيا، زيمبابوي، جنوب أفريقيا، غيرت فيها مرة حاجات كثيرة. اختارت عنوان حديثها اليوم بأحب الناس إلى الله أنفعهم للناس. جمهورنا الكبير وحبايبنا، نرحب أحلى ترحيب لمها طاهر.
Honestly speaking, I was very nervous backstage, but after coming out here and seeing these beautiful faces and smiles, alhamdulillah, I feel much more better, so thank you very much. The topic I would like to talk about today is a very, very simple topic. It's the act of giving. And you might wonder, why am I talking about something so basic and primitive? Well, it's because I believe along the way we have seemed to forget its importance. So what I would like to do today is share with you 4 stories that have enriched my life and gave me the courage to stand in front of you today. The first one is of my friend Leen. Leen was going through a rough time in her life, and she decided she wanted to teach orphans and dedicate her time to them. So she started going there. And as we know, our educational system is all based on memorization. So she said she wanted to do something fun and interesting with the kids. So she asked them to do presentations, and she conducted competition in class. And once the house mother asked her to meet her personally, and Leen was very nervous. She thought she had broken one of their sacred rules, like maybe wearing a beige abaya or something. So she walked into the house mother's room, and the house mother thanked her. Al-Mushrafa shakaratha. Leen was really shocked because at that point she thought like all her efforts were going in vain. And the house mother just wanted to thank her. She told her that previously Sarah, a 6-year-old girl with long brown curly hair and big curious eyes, was previously a very shy girl. She was bullied by her brothers and sisters in the orphanage, and she never spoke at dinner. But recently, after Leen's classes, she became more outspoken. She started defending herself, and she started cracking jokes at dinner. So at that point, Leen started crying. She said, I felt like my life had a purpose. I actually influenced someone else's life positively. So the moral of the story is that what you get is priceless, as long as what you give others is priceless. And giving is a self-care, as long as you give out of love, not out of guilt. A recent study by Professor Jordan Grafman, the chief of the Cognitive Neuroscience section of the National Institute of Health, conducted research to see what happens to our brains when we give. What happens? Psychologically, we get happy, but what happens to our brain? So he did a functional MRI to check the brains, and he found out that people who actually receive money get happy. And their brain releases dopamine, which is the hormone that makes you happy and the hormone that reflects reward, as if you want something. However, the group of people who gave from their time, gave from their money, gave gifts, gave anything they can, their brain released more dopamine and released another hormone, which is oxytocin, which is the feel-good hormone and the feeling of attachment. It's the same feeling when you're in love. So when you give, it's like you're in love. The act of giving has long been proven through history as an act of humanity. And giving has been dated back to before prehistoric times. For example, in ancient Greece, they were known for their compassion. The philosopher Plato bequeathed his land and all his inheritance to his faculty and students in the academy he founded. We can see proof of that in ancient Egyptian inscriptions, and we can see that in ancient Rome. Ancient Rome, they were known for giving out flowers, and that's where the word floral originated from. Furthermore, in religions such as Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, giving is a religion obligation that you have to give regardless of your financial status. For example, in Judaism, there's a word called tazidaka, which is the exact same equivalent to zakat in Islam. In Christianity, you have giving alms, which is the exact same thing as sadaqah in Islam. The second story I would like to share with you today is another story that touched me regarding giving. Last year, we hosted and we participated in a campaign to clean Jeddah. Since Jeddah is dirty, we decided we want to be active citizens and go clean ourselves. So on one specific day, it was really, really hot. It was really humid. We were sweating and we were really dirty. But you should have seen the volunteers' faces. They were smiling, they were so happy, and they were so energetic, and they were having so much fun. So I asked each one, why are you here? Why are you participating? A lot explained that they want to be active citizens in our society. They want to feel like they're participating in the common good. And there was a girl who said she was in tears, and I asked her, what's wrong? Did you step on glass? يعني إيش صار? Then she said that she passed by a family who were playing by the swings, and the lady walked up to her and she hugged her and she kissed her and she said, thank you for cleaning our city. Thank you, our kids now can play safely without fear of getting hurt. So the moral of this story is that no matter how much you give, even if it's small, إزالة الأذى عن الطريق, even if it's picking up something, that's a huge giving, and that can change people's perspectives and lives. In giving, you receive. When you give something to someone, you are the one who always feels better. Let's reflect now for a moment on a time you actually gave something to someone, whether it's giving them advice or just listening. How did that make you feel inside? I bet that small act of generosity and kindness was the highlight of your day. You felt that warmth inside, that helper's high. And there's one fundamental truth about life, is that you can never help someone without helping yourself too. Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and a bunch of billionaires donate vast amount of money to charities and causes. However, I believe there's another kind of giving that does not include any kind of monetary or financial contribution. It's like mothers in Darfur and Somalia that dedicate their food and give it to their starving children. These acts of giving emerge from the subject's means and capabilities. Our capabilities are equally important, and we can give with our hearts and time and soul. I met a group last year who found a girl with third-degree burns. They took her in and they took her to a hospital. They not only paid for her medical bills, but they spent time with her. They spent time, and not only time, they actually took shifts sleeping by her side when her mom had to leave. Imagine that kind of generosity and goodness in our city. Imagine people sleep next to strangers in hospitals just because they care about them with not expecting anything in return. A simpler example is the abaya I'm wearing. A few friends of mine didn't want me أطلع مشرشحة قدامكم, and they gave me a present abaya. So that kind of generosity is the generosity I'm talking about in giving. And a much, much simpler example is smiling. Can every two people look at each other now, please, and smile at each other for 5 seconds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you to do that, please, every time you see someone who's having a bad day. Just look at them and smile. That can change your mood and change theirs. Giving is easy. Wallahi al-azim, giving is easy. It's like smiling. My time finished. I just want to conclude something. Giving is very easy. You can give by offering advice or giving support to someone or offering your chair to someone who needs it or just giving directions to someone who is lost. That kind of giving is effortless. In conclusion, I want to quote Winston Churchill. He said, "You make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give." There is real transformative power in giving. So let's turn our society into a society where you smile from the heart, you give with love, and you help the needy without expecting anything in return. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
مها طاهر.
شكرا
يعطيك العافية.
لمها طاهر. يعني الجميل في مها طاهر انها ما قالت انا اتمنى اكون وزيرة شؤون اجتماعية، قالت انا حكون وزيرة شؤون اجتماعية.
طيب يعني ممكن يا رب واحدة فيهم مثلا تقول والله بكون
طيب ايش رايك؟ ايش اختار
وزيرة
انا؟
نقل مثلا. وانتم بتطالبوا السيارات والسيارات والحوادث والحاجات. ترى ما هي زي اللي في ملاهي عطا الله، انتبه. والله صعبة.
ايش رايكم يا بنات في اللي يقولوا؟ If I want to do something, I will.
Good.
صح يا بنات؟
سكتتني.
طب
أردها ها؟
بسألك سؤال.
قولي لي.
عندك تويتر؟
تويتر.
اكاونت؟
يا.
فيسبوك؟
لا ما عندي.
ايفون؟
ها؟
iPhone. Did you download the application for TEDx?
نوب. يا جماعة نبغى نفكركم إنه في أبليكيشن خاص بالآيفون وبالآيباد، فإذا بإمكانكم تدخلوه عندكم في الآيباد أو الآيفون
Yeah.
يعني